Hi. Last week we talked about characters, and we learned that characters are animals or people in a story that we learn about. And this week, you guys are going to be learning about setting and what a setting is in a story. A setting is where or when the story takes place. So, I'm going to read you the story, The Rainbow Fish, and we're going to be talking about what the setting is for the rainbow fish. Just by looking at the cover of this book, I can tell that the setting might have to do with something blue and there's leaves at the bottom, and then we have a fish. So I'm thinking about the setting and where the fish is. So as I read this story to you, I want you to be thinking about where the setting is for the rainbow fish. All right. The rainbow fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just any ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. So I'm looking at his setting right now and where he is. The other fish were amazed by his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many. You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the rainbow fish. Get away from me. Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was super upset, and he told all of his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the rainbow fish. They turned away when he swam by. So I see lots of characters in our story, and now we're thinking about our setting and where they are. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anyone like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish, but if you go beyond the coral reef to the deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. The setting here has something to do with where the starfish is. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, two eyes caught him in the glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. Think about this kind of setting. Where is the octopus and where's rainbow fish? I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Trying to make sure you can see. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into the dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales, my beautiful shining scales? Never. How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled off the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over Rainbow Fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possession had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join with his friends. The end. So as we read the story, we learned a few things. We learned about our character Rainbow Fish, who has lots of beautiful scales, and other fish want to have a scale of his. And he learned that as he gave away his scales, he would be happy because he was sharing, and that made other people happy. But now we're talking about setting and where this story takes place. So you can learn a lot about the setting just from the cover of the book. So taking a look, what do you notice? What do you notice about the cover? I noticed that there's some greens down below, there's bubbles, and he's a fish, which tells me that he is living underwater. And the setting takes place in the ocean, maybe, or in a lake. That can be up to you to decide. Oh, wait. I remember something else about the story. One of our characters was an octopus. And I know that octopus only live in salt water, which means the setting is in the ocean. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the next few slides. We're going to be talking about setting one more time to remind you what it is. And then you're going to go to Seesaw. And on a piece of paper or on Seesaw, I want you to draw a picture of the setting for rainbow fish. Make sure that if you take a picture make sure that if you draw your picture on paper, you take a picture of it on Seesaw. I can't wait to see what your setting looks like for rainbow fish.